Hey there, Apex parents and students. It's Mr. Pilcher here. Last night during conferences, I did a little bit of a Q&A for Apex, and I want to hit a few big highlights from what we talked about there just to make sure everyone's on the same page. Okay, so to talk about Apex grading a little bit, so there's a big difference between how interim and quarter grades are assessed versus how the semester grade is assessed. Interim and quarters are based on a current percent, whereas the semester grade is based on the percent of all of the work from the first 5 units in Apex. And so let me give you an example to kind of explain what I mean by that. Okay, so let's say we have Johnny here. At the end of the semester, Johnny has done all his assignments and he has an average grade of 93% on those assignments. So during that time period, or during that first semester, whenever an interim or quarter grade comes up, Johnny's going to get a 93%. And by the end of the semester, he'll get a 93%. And so Johnny's pretty straightforward. Now, Billy over here, let's say he's only done 2 of the, 100 assignments that go in the first semester, but he got an average of 93% on those 2 assignments. Now, his interim and quarter grade will be at 93%. So his interim and quarter grade will be no different than Johnny's, even though Billy has only done 2 assignments and Johnny's done all of his assignments. Okay? So what this means is, sometimes a student who is very far behind won't really look like they're behind on their interim or quarter grades. Now, by the time you get to the semester grade, then Billy's going to have a big uh-oh. And we really want to avoid that. Now, this isn't my decision on how I'm reporting these grades. This is per the district. So I'm simply just giving, on interim and quarters, I'm simply just going to provide a percent of the quality of the work that the students have done thus far, no matter how many assignments they have or have not done, for all interim and quarter grades. But the semester grade will be based on how well did they do and how many of those assignments did they do. Did they complete all the assignments that they had to during that first semester? So I just want parents to be aware that, hey, just because they have a good grade on the interim or quarter does not mean that they are on schedule and are looking at a very good semester grade down the road. Okay, so how can I tell if my kid is in the right place or not? Well, so hopefully you're getting weekly coach reports sent to your email. So Apex should be sending you a weekly report automatically. If you're not getting those weekly reports, let me know, and I think I can add you as a coach on the Apex. So you should be able to compare the work that your child is doing to the syllabus, which the syllabus can be found on the Schoology page, or you can also look at the due dates that can be found in Apex. So either one of those will help you know. The syllabus for Mr. Pilcher's classes the syllabus for Pilcher classes on Apex are right here below. So depending if your kid is AP Chemistry, Chemistry, or Honors Chemistry. So you can click, these are linked right here. And this presentation is attached in this email that I just sent you. And the last thing I want you to know is just beware winter break, okay? So I have some people that may think, okay, at the end of the semester, like, all right, I have like 30 things I want to turn in Mr. Pilcher in this last week. And I'll be fine as long as I turn them in before the end of the semester, technically. Well, that's not necessarily the case. I have already set aside extra time to grade during that last week of the semester. But if I run out of time and I don't get to all the assignments that your child just turned in, that's not going to look good for their semester grade. So we want to make sure that kids are not thinking that they can just turn in a million things right at the end of the semester. We want to have them consistently turning things in throughout the semester and sort of hitting those suggested due dates. So that way, at the end of the semester, they turn in a few things just like everybody else, and that's fine. I can grade all those. But if I get flooded with a million assignments to grade, there won't be enough time in a week for me to get to all of them, and that is not going to go well for some students. So let's just make sure we don't allow them to turn in a million things at the end and they just sort of consistently have a steady flow of submissions throughout the semester. Okay, well, that's the main things that we hit during the Q&A tonight. Please let me know if you have any questions. And again, this presentation is attached in the email that this video is in. So if you want to get to the syllabus for the class or anything like that, you should be able to in the links on the 3rd slide. Okay, I'll see you guys.